Hello, influencers. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Behind the Screen Business Confessions with your girl, Anika Cohen. I am excited about another episode that we are here to discuss real, raw conversation about what it looks like behind the screen to delegate orchestrate your business. So, listen, I am your business strategist coach. Welcome to Behind the Screen Business Confessions with your girl, Anika. Listen, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. We are excited to have you join us and comment. You can engage with us here by commenting below. Any questions or comments, anything that you would like to add to the conversation, listen, I do comment back. So, welcome to our channel. Welcome to our podcast. If you're listening on any of the podcast platforms, welcome. If you're on our YouTube, thank you for being here. Listen, let's get right into it. I am here to motivate and support our leaders in the marketplace to propel forward with clarity and confidence, right? It's all about you and your well-being. And so tonight's topic is all about escape the doubt. Come on here, somebody. Escape the doubt. Okay, because doubt is a common emotion. It's something that we all can attest to. But what I added to this title was the trap, because doubt can be a trap. A trap is something that holds you hostage. It consumes you, and its intention is to not let you go. And so I am here to talk about escaping the doubt trap, the stopping self-sabotage in your small business. Because here's the thing, as a counselor by trade for mental health and substance abuse, we talk about self-sabotaging behaviors quite often, because it's about us being conscious and aware of our thoughts and the behaviors that are associated with those thoughts that limit us, that stunt us from achieving the goals that we set out to achieve in life. So when obstacles arise, when situations arise that are beyond your control or in your control, sometimes doubt can arise. Sometimes doubt can be the very thing that causes you to become consumed and not focus forward. And so I want to talk about that, because number one, doubt is an emotion that we all have. Emotions are what we all have, is how we're able to express what it is that we are feeling, right? But when we don't check in with ourselves and we don't do the self work that is ongoing throughout your life, whether you are in business or not, your well-being is your responsibility to check in and do the work necessary to sustain your well-being in a healthy manner. Come on here, somebody. So this is about escaping the self-doubt trap, stopping the self-sabotaging behaviors in your small business. And I'm going to share with you how it shows up daily, how it shows up when you don't achieve your goal, how it shows up when you allow yourself to entertain the self-doubt. Come on here, somebody. So I want to talk about this and help us, not just help you, help us, because this is something that is ongoing. Doubt is a natural emotion. You are going to not feel at your best every day, but it's your responsibility to reframe and redirect that thought when you think it. Immediately, you need to redirect and reframe that thought, because what happens is that thought now becomes an obsession. That thought now becomes facts. That thought now becomes truth. Come on here, somebody. When it was just a thought, it popped in your head because you were frustrated or you were overwhelmed. And now you're actually believing the doubt that you won't be successful or you won't be achieving to whatever the goal is that you set out to do. And the devil is a liar today. I'm here to let you know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Whether you are entrepreneur or not, in your life, you are exactly where you need to be. Because here's the honest truth. You may not be prepared for what it is that you desire at this time. Come on here, somebody. You may not be prepared to handle what it is that you desire at this time, but it doesn't mean that you won't fulfill that promise. It doesn't mean that whatever it is that you desire will not be yours, but not just yet. And that's a real conversation that we have to begin to ask ourselves. Am I even prepared? Am I ready to receive what it is that I desire at this time? Am I in that position? If you were to receive and generate the $1 million or whatever your revenue goal is, how would you handle those funds? How would you handle that revenue? Are you really prepared for that type of revenue? Do you have all of your logistics in business together? Right? So yes, God wants us to live abundant life, but he don't want us to be a fool. So the very things that we are asking for, we must prepare for. Preparation is the key. So let's talk about escaping the self-doubt. Let's talk about stopping the self-sabotaging behaviors that are stunning your growth in your business. Let's really talk about that, because doubt can significantly impact your business, because your business is all about your mindset. Your business is all about strategy. Your business is all about having your moment, but don't stay there. So when doubt arises, and you don't check in and you don't reframe or redirect, what happens is it will begin to show up in your interaction with your audience. It will begin to show up with your interaction with your clients. It's going to begin to show up in your business if you don't check in. And so often it's going to lead to that self-sabotaging in so many different ways. And so here's what I want to talk to you about: how it can show up for you. And when it does show up for you, how you can now change your response. I want you to be intentional about changing your response to this natural emotion called doubt. Don't get caught up in the trap. Don't get caught up in the trap. So the first thing I want you to do, number one, is begin to consider your decision perilous, right? Your decision perilous. I want you to begin to consider this. Here's the thing: doubt can cause you as a business owner to hesitate or procrastinate when making important decisions. So you become paralyzed. You become crippled in some way because now you're not confident in your decision making. When you were told no with a business opportunity, they said not at this time. That now is turned into an obsession of no one will partner with me. No one will do business with me. I'm not credible to be in this position. I'm not credible to do this line of work, because you were declined an opportunity that you sought out. That's doubt. So now it's causing you to obsess, and every opportunity that is presented to you, you will now question, am I really qualified? Am I really capable? Oh my God, they're going to tell me no. Well, what if they tell me no? All of the questions, all of the assumptions begin to plague you. And when you stay there in that doubt, in those thoughts, you are giving power to those thoughts, and it causes you to self-sabotage, because now you're not operating from faith. You're operating out of fear. You're operating out of irrational thinking, distorted thinking. So I want you to be conscious of those encounters and really check in. Am I paralyzed in my decision making? Because doubt can cause you as a business owner to hesitate, to procrastinate when making important decisions. So this paralysis can lead to missed opportunities. Come on here, somebody. Whether in launching your new product, come on here. Whether entering new markets, investing it will begin to show up if you don't check in with yourself. So know that you're not in business to do business with everyone. And it may not be the time for you to do business with this particular person or agency or whatever the case may be. So when you are declined, don't internalize that to say, well, I'm now not valuable in what it is that God has called me to do, when you are. So make your decisions based on facts, not assumption. Make your decisions based on, this may not be time for me to operate in this space. What do I need to work on? What do I need to improve on? What needs to be adjusted? Redirect your thought, okay? Number two, how doubt can show up in areas of your life and in your business, right? When we talk about decision making, you'll start questioning your decisions. Make a decision based off facts. And here's the thing, not every decision is about right or wrong. This is going to grow you. Remember, this is about growing you in every area of your life. So some things you just need to learn or adjust and improve. Come on here. Number two, fear of failure. Fear of failure will cause you to self-sabotage. Yes, even after you started the business. Fear of failure. Fear of failure in your sales. Failure in your processes, in your revenue goals. Come on here. That's the biggest one. Revenue goals, your audience engagement. Fear of failure. Fear of failure. Am I capable? Am I enough? It would seem as though you know what that fill in the blank is. So fear of failure. Listen, I want you, this is definitely a self-sabotaging behavior because it causes you to get stuck. And again, when we're in the doubt trap, it becomes an obsession. So you actually, although this is a thought, you can reframe that thought. You can control your thoughts. But when we don't do those things, it becomes an obsession because now you believe what may not be true. And most times is not true. So the fear of failure, this fear may prevent you from taking calculated risk. Let me pause there. In business, you will take risk and you should be intentional with taking calculated risk. What do I mean by that? When you are going to make an investment that is greater than your finances, but you're taking a leap of faith and you're investing in your gifts and your talents. So you're investing in this coaching program or you're investing in some type of webinar or masterclass that is going to, again, give you the information you need to excel. When you are taking a risk and showing up for your business and going and maybe into a partnership, whatever is new to you, whatever it is that you need to do to get to your next, that should be a calculated risk. Risks are involved in your growth as you grow in life and in business. Growth never stops when you are intentional about being your better self. So, calculated risks are necessary. Come on here, somebody, for your growth and your innovation. Ultimately, limiting the potential of your business is what's going to keep you stuck. If you stay in that space of, I'm fearful of, what are you fearful of? Because whatever you're fearful of, acknowledge it and accept it. Y'all know my three model: accept, acknowledge, and own. Accept, acknowledge, and own. So fear of failure It's a natural emotion. Redirect, reframe that thought. Okay. Because that is a form of self doubt. It's saying that you are not confident in your ability. Listen, God's given you gifts and talents. Okay. For you to be able to use them for his glory. So when you are using them for the glory of God, you are blessed. Know that you are blessed. So again, we got to reframe the thought and not give too much attention to when we do have our moments. Have your moment, but don't stay there. What can I do to improve or adjust? What can I do to make this better and work? How can I begin to prepare? Talking to yourself in a better manner is where it needs to start. Because some of us, the self sabotage is our communication on how we talk to ourselves. Let's talk about that. Like, how are you even talking to yourself about your business, about your life, your well being? How are you talking to yourself? Hmm. Let's just give you the definition of what self sabotage is. Okay. Let's give you a clinical definition of what self sabotaging behavior is. It's the act of intentionally or unconsciously undermining one's own progress, goals, and well being. So it can manifest in every area of your life. Okay. So we have to acknowledge this in the marketplace because the business starts with your mindset and how you respond to challenges, things that are beyond your control. It has to begin with you. All right. Number three, overthinking and overanalyzing. I say this all the time. Overthinking and overanalyzing will cause you to self sabotage in your business. Again, it goes back to our first point, decision paralysis. It stops you from making a decision. It stops you from making decisions. And ultimately, as a business owner and the narrator of your own life, come on here, somebody, make a decision that's best for you. So overthinking and overanalyzing, good God, doubt will lead, okay, will lead you to not creating any opportunities. You won't create any opportunities. Let's talk about it. It's going to manifest in you lowering your prices, devaluing your products and services. Here's my take on worth. There is no amount of money on this planet that can pay you what you are worth. We are worth more than rubies. We are more precious than jewels. You can't put a price on that. So your worth is not what you are charging. You are charging them for your services and your products and the solution that they provide. Okay. So that consists of time, that consists of labor, right? Those consist of other things. So let's talk about when self-sabotaging comes in effect and you begin to overthink and overanalyze these things in your business. Well, you're going to begin to settle and lower your prices. Yup. Underpricing your services, overextending yourself because I don't want them not to say no. That is a form of rejection that you have not handled within your core. So you need to handle that rejection because it's not about them telling you no. They are saying that this product or service is not what I am looking for at this time. It could be due to a plethora of things, budget, personality, just not a connection. So it's not about you per se. It's about the product and the services. So when we can allow ourselves to heal We won't allow ourselves to be in that space of overthinking and overanalyzing. We will be confident in our decision making. We will be confident in our decision making. Come on here, somebody. And so we're not going to lower our prices. We're not going to underprice our services. We're not going to avoid opportunities. Come on here, that could elevate your business. We are not going to stop collaborating and networking with people because we had a bad experience with someone prior. I've had several bad encounters with other entrepreneurs. Yes, I definitely had a moment of doubt and begin to overthink and overanalyze. Do I even want to consider networking and partnering, collaborating with other entrepreneurs in the business? Yes, I do. Absolutely. This is how we grow. This is how we evolve. And here's the thing, I'm not meant to do it alone. So you mean to tell me I'm going to allow these encounters that were were not the result that I like, but I still learn from this. I learned maybe how I can conduct myself, how I can have clear, concise communication about expectations. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm not going to collaborate or partner with any other entrepreneurs because they are all the same. They're all just after the dollar. No one's genuine or authentic anymore because of your experience." So we've now grouped everyone together. And now we're overthinking, well, what's this person's intention? Why are they DMing me? I'm not giving nobody no information. That's distorted thinking. And these are the thoughts that are had as entrepreneurs, faith based and all, because we're human. And when we get hurt, it doesn't feel good. So now again, it can manifest in doubt in your business because certain relationships that you desired to work out did not. And now you're questioning, should I even entertain networking? Should I even entertain going to spaces that I could learn and get the resources and information that I need? Don't get caught up in the doubt trap. Escape. This is your way of escape by reframing and redirecting your thought. Okay. And here's the last one that I'm going to leave you with on today, because there will be a part 2 to this when we talk about escaping the doubt trap, okay, and stopping the self-sabotaging behaviors in our business, in our lives. There will be a part 2. I'm only giving you 4 out of 8 tonight. I will give you the next four ways that you can get unstuck and begin to acknowledge these behaviors and how they show up for you and change the response. So let's give you number 4 before we recap. Okay. Undervaluing contributions. This is how self-sabotage can show up in your business. When it's unresolved, you'll start undervaluing your contribution in the marketplace. You were called and chosen to do this, and you'll start questioning, am I really called? Did he tell me to do this? No one's responding to my engagement online. No one's liking or sharing my post. I only generated 1 sale this week, or I didn't generate any sales. I'm doing something wrong. Does that sound like anybody? Don't leave me out here by myself. Does that sound like anybody? Undervaluing your contribution to the marketplace. We're going to stop that today. We're going to stop that today because it will cause you to question your skills and ability. Your contribution to the marketplace is valuable. It is valuable. So what'll happen is you'll start stalling. You'll start avoiding. You'll start procrastinating because now the momentum has dissolved. That's how it shows up. You'll start being busy. Oh, I got this to do. I got that to do. I got this and I got that to do. Nothing to do with what your goals were for your business. You kind of paused. You kind of took a break, you know. I know I'm talking right, y'all. I know I'm talking right. Because you start to undervalue your contribution. So you start isolating. Woo! You start isolating because you're now questioning and you're doubting. And now that doubt has become an obsession. Redirect and reframe it. Y'all have heard me say this throughout this entire episode. Reframe and redirect that thought. What is a positive way to reinforce what God has called you to do? That's what you need to be saying. I'm the head and I'm not the tail. I'm the lender and not the borrower. I am in preparation. I am in a period of learning because we're always learning. So don't go to the place of undervaluing what it is that you were called to do in the first place. Your gifts and your callings come without repentance, meaning he called you to be the coach. He called you to be the business owner. Don't give it back to him because he don't want it back. That's your gift. That's your talent. And he said it will make room for you. So you are going to prepare yourself. You're going to make improvements and adjustments, not devalue what it is that you were called to do. Absolutely not. Tell God sorry. Tell him sorry. Okay? So let's recap. All right, let's recap. All right? Listen, we are talking about escaping the doubt trap, stopping self-sabotage in your small business and life. Because here's the thing, I know I'm talking about behind the screen with business confessions, but everything that I talk about, you can apply to your life. You should be applying to your life principles, right? So I'm giving you 4 out of 8 ways on how we can begin to be intentional about reframing and redirecting that self-sabotage that shows up in our lives when things are not going according to your plan in the way that you would like it to play itself out. So, first thing we want to do as business owners, as entrepreneurs, we want to, again, number one, check in with the decision paralysis. Are we paralyzed in our decision making? Okay. Number 2, the fear of failure. Check in with that. Number 3, overthinking and overanalyze. Woo! Big one. And number 4, undervaluing your contribution. These are the 4 ways that self-sabotage will show up in your life. This is how it's going to show up. And so now that we are acknowledging these ways that it will show up, we need to redirect and reframe it intentionally every time, because this is how we are able to create healthy habits in life. Healthy habits in life is something that has to be practiced. It has to become your norm. Come on here, somebody. So listen, thank you for being here. Behind the Screen Business Confessions. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what your thoughts are about tonight's episode. I look forward to hearing all about it. Listen, and if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Click the link so you can be notified of all of our upcoming episodes. Listen, if you need support, I am here to support you. You can always check out the site, choosetolivesociety.com. We also have the Influencers on the Rise Gala and brunch coming up of March 2025. So this is for leaders and small business owners around the world to come together to celebrate, right? And allow ourselves to celebrate our success and what we have been able to accomplish and achieve in our lives, in the marketplace. Celebration should be a part of your journey, right? So choose to live. Until next time, influencers.